the lights, the party's over. Well, it is for Huddersfield Giants anyway, as the Leigh Leopards beat them by 34 points to 16 at the LSV. Oh, yes. Great win, this one for Leigh, making sure now, no question, we didn't doubt it for a minute anyway. Playoff Rugby League for 2023 for the Leigh Leopards. A great, great season indeed for them. As Huddersfield, well, let's get that elephant right out the corner of the room. Let's have a chat about it. Should this game have been restarted at 0 minutes or 48? Well, it depends what side of the fence you're on. No wonder Huddersfield wanted it at 0 minutes. They were behind, and of course, everything was riding on this game. Had it been flipped the other way, had Huddersfield been leading when the lights went out, well, I'm telling you now, they'd have wanted to have started at 48 minutes. Both teams had the same task ahead of them. For me personally, no issues whatsoever in it starting again at 48 minutes. You know, we talk about player welfare. Why would you restart the game? I'm sorry. And like I say, it depends on which side you fence you are. People talk about momentum. Well, actually, if Huddersfield had come back and won on Sunday, well, you know, would they be bothered? Of course they wouldn't. Would they be crying? Of course they wouldn't. And the bottom line is, you cowbell army out there, you know I've got a soft spot for you. You don't deserve to be in the playoffs this year. Let's be absolutely honest. You know that. We know that. We all know that. It's just not been good enough at all season long. Yes, Jake Connor got 2 tries in this one and has woke up as the season's gone on. Yes, we've seen glimpses from Lola Hoya in the latter stages of the season. But I'll tell you what was quite interesting in this game. You know, we talked all season long about the pack of the Leigh Leopards, right? Hifo, Chris Hill, English, Wilson, Milner, combined 236 metres against Leigh Leopards. Mulhern and Amone on their own, 299. You're not going to win, are you? If all of those players could only muster 236 and the two most potent threats that Leigh Leopards have got could actually out-meter run you, you've got massive, massive problems. John Asiata goes in for his first Super League try of the season, yes. And it was a nice one as well. Really nice movement, wasn't it, from the Leigh Leopards? In the first game, they showed their transitions left to right brilliantly well. In the second game, very cheeky little try from Edwin Ipape. You've got to say, you know, dancing, strutting through there. It was like John Travolta, wasn't it? Straight through he went. Lovely stuff. And then, of course, that try from John Asiata before Lachlan Lamb pinched the pockets of the Huddersfield Giants to make sure that they went on and won this game with conviction. Oh, yes. Great, great season, this one, of course, for the Leigh Leopards. They now absolutely, for me, cemented in 4th spot. I don't see them getting any higher than that. They will have a home preliminary playoff game. That more than likely for me at the moment looks like it could be Warrington. What bad blood there's going to be there. That could be a mouth-watering game, couldn't it? Remember, last time Warrington went to the Leigh Sports Village, that little bit of, Maguire stroke Charlie, there's a bit of bad blood there between the two teams. There was a heated affair right at the start of the season at the Ben Curry testimonial. Oh, that would be one not to be missed. To be, fire and brimstone at the LSB. There's no doubt about that. As for Huddersfield, like I say, what on earth? And do you know what? For me, you can almost sum it up in terms of Charlie's try that took him back to the try scoring summit. Of course, 25 tries now for Joshua Charlie. Good luck to him as we get to the latter stage of the season. Just about now ahead of yet once again. It's been a topsy-turvy race between him and Tom Johnston all season long, hasn't it? It's been fantastic. But yeah, I mean, when Charlie went there, yes, all right, he's got a head start on Masters. But at the start of the season, we were looking at Masters. Wow, look at this guy's pace. Now, whether he just didn't fancy a little chase back to his own goal line or what, but that epitomises for me Huddersfield. It's just been full of promise at the start of the season, full of promise when they actually signed some of these players to just whimpering out. It really must be a head-scratching moment for Ian Watson and everybody to do with the Huddersfield Giants. It's just quite simply has been poor. Of course, Price, who will be leaving for the NRL, he did 21 carries, 180 metres in this game. He had a decent one. Good to see the young lad Halsall as well on the left-hand side. I thought he finished his try well. That for me was possibly the pick of the tries. I thought Connor's first one was a good one, but of the Huddersfield tries, maybe that one slightly shaded it. I don't know. But like you say, it's end of season dinner time, isn't it? That's what it is. Huddersfield Giants have been a really, really poor return from them. They'll want to maybe creep up if they can to maybe 8th position. Leeds, of course, 2 points ahead of them, but they do have a superior points difference. Maybe Salford, albeit I don't see Huddersfield winning another 2 games. So, at the moment, they won't want to finish any lower than 9th. Can they get Leeds back or not? And I think a lot of pundits out there, me included, had Huddersfield firmly in the playoffs this season. Wow, just wow, unbelievable. Such a shame. But yeah, they'll have to come back bigger and better in 2024 because this season has been a complete and utter shambles. Let's just call it what it is. 1 week great, the next week pretty poor. Like I said right at the start of In the Sheds, you don't deserve playoff rugby league, I'm afraid. This season it would have been a travesty had you have got there. As for Leigh, well done to you guys. A great win for you. Keeps you, like I say, very cemented now in fourth spot. I don't see anything changing that. Of course, you've got some tricky fixtures on the way, starting against St. Helens, of course, on telly this week. That should be a belter. That's a mouth-watering encounter, especially after that semi-final in the Challenge Cup. Then it's at home to Wakey. Don't see any issues there for you. And then the final battle of the borough for 2024. Wigan Warriors, of course, they've done 2 brilliant numbers thus far on the Leigh Leopards. They'll be going for a hat-trick. Don't worry about that. And for me, if Leigh have got any chance of really doing anything in playoff rugby league, they need to get that monkey off the back. They need to really try and turn over one of these, whether it be Saints, whether it be Wigan, just to give them that belief that perhaps they could go and do it. Of course, they've got a great record against Saints this year, but we're now in that real pressure cooker time. This is where temperament really comes into it. Can they do it again against Saints? And can, like I say, they get the monkey off the back where it comes to the Wigan Warriors? Who knows? It's going to be fascinating. Still plenty of great rugby league to be had before we get into those playoff places. But that's been In the Sheds for round number 24. We hope you've enjoyed them yet again. Get involved, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us. Don't forget, Super League Raw Weekly this Tuesday night, 8 o'clock on the Fans Forum page. It will be uploaded onto YouTube, as always, on Wednesday morning. We look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you are there. Make sure you're there for round number 25 for the Betfred Super League. There's nothing better than rugby league. The greatest game on earth, bar none. Great win this one for the Leigh Leopards. 34 points to 16. We'll see you next week on In the Sheds.